These 5 Phoenix right here are getting Zeta upgrades. A complete Phoenix rework is in order, but more importantly than that, Chopper is getting 2 new Omega abilities. One on his unique, I think, is going to be huge. Now, you cannot ignore Phoenix because they're required to get Thrawn, and I think there's a Thrawn legendary event coming up very soon. And also, they're required 2 different times inside of the territory battles, in Phase 1 and in Phase 5. And I think this Chopper rework is going to be very good for helping people finish in Phase 5 to get higher score. Now, as far as the Zetas on these, we're going to go into battle and test them out as they are right now without the Zetas. But if you want to see the video when the Zetas are live, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And when that video comes out, you'll be able to see it right away. Now, let's take a look at Chopper first, because I think that's where this is really good and most people are going to get a lot of use out of it. Chopper got 2 new Omega abilities. His first one right here, Reckless Fling. Now, this is okay. Deal physical damage to target enemy and Gant a random Phoenix or Droid ally offense up, defense up, or speed up at random for 2 turns. That's okay, with this 60% chance to also reduce that ally's cooldowns by 1. Now, they added the Droid tag on there, so he might be useful in a Droid team. We will see. Now, more importantly than that, his unique ability got upgraded, and this is huge because under Hera's leadership, all the Phoenix get this unique ability. Look how it reads. At the start of his turn, Chopper recovers 15% of his max health. Okay, that's pretty cool. In addition, whenever he's damaged by attack, he gains protection up 15%. Very useful if he doesn't have protection up. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Chopper has a 30% chance to assist when another Phoenix or Droid ally uses an ability during their turn. I like this a lot. That means all of them are going to have a 30% chance to attack when somebody uses an ability. So there could be all kinds of assists going on. I think this is very good. And this basic attack that Chopper has might be going off more and more, and might actually be very, very, very useful. So I think this is going to be very good because it's an Omega. These are not Zetas. I'm going to put an Omega on Chopper immediately, and I think that's going to help me inside of the territory battles in Phase 5 quite a bit. Now, the Zeta abilities, we will see how good they are. We're going to go into battle after this, and we're going to talk about how they could have helped. First thing on Hera, assist attack basically now has 50% potency and deals 35% more damage. If the target ally is Phoenix, and this is important right here, dispel all debuffs, reduce their cooldown by 1, and grant 50% turn meter. This is very good. For example, oftentimes my Ezra is stunned. She'll now be able to dispel that stun, bring him into attack. Now he's unstunned. He can attack again because he got that turn meter. Very useful. Kanan's ability also seems insanely useful. This is on his attack that immediately taunts. He's now going to dispel all debuffs on the entire team. Very, very, very cool, especially if you have people stunned. He grants himself and target ally foresight and protection up. And then he also gives everybody on the team on the Phoenix defense up for 3 turns. Now, this is where it's very important. Kanan gains 100% turn meter when each foresight expires. So that's the one on him and the one that he gives to another person. And then also the Phoenix team gains 50% turn meter. Now, I see this being very, very, very good because he's going to attack. He's going to give himself foresight. But oftentimes the other team, especially with Commander Luke leads, are going to have retribution and they're going to counterattack. And they're going to hit that foresight. And then poof, he's going to get 100% turn meter, and the whole Phoenix is going to get 50%. Boy, with 50%, they could all be very close to 100%. I think this is very, 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 very good. Sabine, this attack looks like is a lot stronger. Deal physical damage and inflict stagger to all enemies for 2 turns. Now, before it was just the primary target. So now stagger is going to be on everybody. Grant all Phoenix allies offense up and critical chance up for 2 turns. Expose target enemy and inflict additional exposes on random enemies for each other Phoenix ally. Very cool. This attack can't be countered or evaded and deals 50% bonus damage for each active Phoenix ally. If this attack scores a critical hit, reduce Sabine's cooldowns by 2. So this is going to give a lot of positive status effects to the team. And then also Zeb, you know, his basic attack, of course, gives daze. But if there's like stagger or expose or daze on the enemy when he does his basic attack, it'll do stun instead. So this is going to make Zeb be a stunning machine, basically, with Sabine's demolish ability. Ezra. Now, Ezra is the only standalone character. Well, maybe Chopper will be, but right now, pretty much Ezra is the only standalone Phoenix. He's useful in many parts of the game. He's a really high DPS. He's useful elsewhere. So this Zeta ability is actually not that impressive, but probably going to get more use out of it because Ezra can be used in a lot more places and a lot more teams. Now, this is on his middle attack. Deal physical damage to target enemy and dispel all buffs on them. If the enemy had no buffs, I think this is really cool right here. This attack's cooldown is reduced by 1, and Ezra gains 75% turn meter instead. Woohoo! Ezra gains defense up for 2 turns. 75% turn meter, and also Hera's leadership ability. If a Phoenix uses a special ability, they get 20% turn meter. So that means he could be getting like 95% turn meter. Boy, he's going to be a DPS beast with this mode. Like this a lot. Zeb staggering sweep, and I don't really know about this one right here. Deal physical damage to target me and stagger them for 1 turn. If the target has no debuffs, this attack deals 100% more damage with bonus damage equal to 20% of the enemy's maximum health, and stagger can't be resisted. If the target is buffed, this attack ignores armor. If the target is debuffed, gain 50% critical damage. This attack can be evaded, and Zeb gains 10% turn meter for each active Phoenix ally. That is a lot of words. My goodness. These Phoenix are really complicated. And I think it's not that I can't figure it out. It's just that the AI on defense doesn't seem to know what to do with these guys. And that's what I'm really worried about with this Phoenix team, is that if they're going to be good on offense and they're going to be bad on defense. So let's go into battle and we're going to play. And now this is before Zetas. We're just going to talk about how these Zetas could make them better. So let's go into battle. So this team that we're going up against has Commander Luke, and it's an okay team. I probably can win. It's not like we're playing with the best mods or anything on them right now. And this first AoE attack from Sabine would give stagger and expose a lot more than it did right there. The whole team could have expose on them right now, so that's okay. That would have been better. Plus my team right now would have offense up and critical chance up. Now let's go in and we're going to dispel that retribution because that's kind of annoying on Baze. He counterattacks anyways. All right, let's put stagger on Baze. All right, now this taunt right here would dispel, but it would give him foresight. I'm going to dispel Hera right here, and what would happen with the Zeta ability is that both he and Hera would have had foresight. Baze would have counterattacked. Kanan would have got 100% turn meter, and everybody else in the Phoenix squad would have got 50% turn meter. So all that other stuff that just happened right now wouldn't have happened. If, you know, it would have just been like they would have got the turn meter and they would have been still going. And so that seems pretty useful. Okay, let's put this on Luke because he can't get rid of it. That seems pretty good to put it on there. All right, and let's focus on Ahsoka. We're going to bring in Sabine to assist. Goodbye, DPS. Woo! Very cool. All right, let's give some protection to Kanan. All right, and what do I want to do here? Boy, I really don't like attacking Luke this early. He's just going to get his health and protection back. It just seems like a waste. Why don't we use Kanan, give him some protection. All right, let's just give himself. Let's just do it like that. I really want to be attacking Chirrut or R2. I really don't like attacking Luke right here. It just seems like a waste of time. Yeah, maybe I can get rid of him. Just seems like he gets all of his health back anyways. He's like saving him for last. Maybe that's just me. Oh, maybe we can get rid of him here. Well, let's go for it. Oh, I did it. All right. Boy, look at all these negative status effects on my team right now. This would be a great time to have Kanan go and use his taunt. See right here? Kanan would be able to taunt and get rid of all the negative status effects. Oof. All right, well, we have to attack Baze. And then also right here, this is where he would be getting foresight. Baze would attack him back. Everybody would get all their turn meter, and we'd be ahead on the curve. All right, Sabine's going to put the armor shred on him. All right, let's bring in Ezra. Ezra always seems like a good attacker. Oh, that's a huge amount of damage. Let's just get rid of all that. Goodbye. Very cool. Phoenix is fun to play. I'm just not sure how they're going to do on defense. They seem really complicated. And I don't think the AI is going to be able to figure it out. Boof. All right. That's the other thing. Did you see that right there? It said healthiest. Whenever Hera goes and she attacks the healthiest player, she can put expose on them. And so the computer will flash healthiest up, but boy, you have to be really looking for it. It's hard to see. And if they're the last one, it was R2, so of course he's the healthiest. Let me know what you think. I gotta say, I'm really excited about Chopper. I think that's gonna help me in territory battles. As far as putting Zetas on these other heroes, I'm not really sure, and I'll tell you why. When I put my Zetas on R2, I was really confident about that because I knew R2 was going to be useful in many different parts in the game with many different teams. If I put a Zeta on Sabine or Zeb and Phoenix falls out of favor, then what? You know, they're not really good standalone heroes by themselves that can be used in other teams. It seems like they only work well with themselves. Now, Ezra is the only exception to that. Maybe Chopper with droids going forward, we will see. But overall, the Phoenix Squadron is really only good inside of the Phoenix Squadron. I just can't imagine putting 5 Zetas on a heroes that may or may not be good 6 months from now. I just don't like that idea. It just, I could put it on Ezra, sure. I understand that. Maybe that'll be good use of Ezra Zeta. We'll have to see. Let me know in the comment section. And like I said, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to see the video when these guys are all Zetaed out. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.